Alright, welcome back, folks. So, I'd been going through this video the other night. I came across it. And, yeah, let's just get into it.
Out the car right now.
It's his decision.
When I get off of disability, then that's when I'll go full throttle with the car again. I'm still on disability. I'll be on it until like November. I'm still taking the water pills and everything. I still have that problem yet. So, you know, I had a problem with it this morning, so I had to actually take one of them in order to get rid of it. Water buildup, you know. I used to drink like 3 cups of coffee. Now I go and have one. That's it. Why is it scary? You're going to sit there and try and pass some falsified information? Let me tell you something, Jeffrey. When you work in any kind of facet like that, if you're dealing with anybody who's elderly, and you're dealing with anybody that's in a school system, or if you're working for a food service in a school system, anything that has to do with school, it doesn't matter if the kids, it doesn't matter if you're working for a custodial position with a Fortune 500 company, you get fingerprinted. And they run your fingerprints through a database, federal government database. And that's how they find out if you have a criminal record or not. And when you're driving school kids, you can't have a record. And when you're working in a school, you can't have a record. And when you deal with elderly, you can't have a record either. A lot of those people want the people working for their loved one, they want them bonded. Now, those are facts. That's not bullshit. Okay? It's not crap that's being brought up to try and deface somebody. That's the truth. Okay? And once you get done submitting those fingerprints and the government gets done with them, the federal government gets done with them, you get a clearance letter sent back to you. Okay? And that's what I've gotten time and time again, a clearance letter. So I don't have a record. I'm not an ex-wife beater. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, like I said, just because I don't do it doesn't mean I don't know somebody that can. Who's Fusion?
Richie boy.
Thunder, who's Fusion? What are you talking
Hey,
about?
Thunder. Who's Fusion?
Don't you have anything intelligent to say, Jeffrey?
Uh-oh.
Are you just going to sit there and constantly do this the whole damn time?
My mother was the only
You know,
one
maybe
who
you should get to know
Jeffrey.
the people first before you do this kind of crap in their live stream. Get to know who they are.
We know who you are.
Because, you know, you don't know nothing about me. None of these people that are posting this garbage on their pages and everything, they don't know squat.
Well,
they don't know a damn thing.
Let's recap what we know so far to be 100% certain. Number one, you're a racist. It's proven. You did it yourself with your own video. Evidence. Number two, you are a map. You're attracted to young girls. And the comments that you made on one of these last videos in your recent ones there, talking about parents should get their daughters OnlyFans.
And it's kind of pointless for me to sit there and try and defend it because no matter what, this is what kind of crap I get. I could tell you one thing and you'd still sit there and banter on the same shit. You got a one-track mind, not open to anything else.
Huh?
They do a federal background check.
Listen to this
Thunder.
shit.
That's what they
Listen
do.
to this shit.
and then you get a clearance letter sent back to you. You can't work in any kind.
A clearance letter. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't work with children. But I don't think that's true, that you get back a clearance letter. I think if you work with kids, or in Rich's case, bus driver, you probably obviously couldn't have felonies. I'm not sure exactly what the laws are, but you can't tell me that if, you got arrested for, say, something stupid, that would prevent you from working with kids. I think it depends on the charge. And yeah, Rich, you are a wife beater. I mean, it's out there. But the thing is with Rich, your serious crimes, you haven't been caught yet. But you will.
Position working with children unless you have a clearance letter. You can't have a record. You're not allowed to have any kind of, arrest record or anything. So
you're telling me if you're like 22 or something and you get drunk and you're walking home and you get arrested and you have to spend the night in the drunk tank, that's gonna ruin your whole career? No. It's felonies, Rich. But anyway.
That's the proof right there.
Not a lie.
I'm not mean to the old people.
You
I'm mean to people that come on my live stream and do the kind of stupid garbage that you're doing. Because you're antagonizing people. That's what you're doing.
Oh, yeah?
And if you want to antagonize people, why don't you go somewhere else? That's all I'm saying. Yeah, well, that's the same thing, like your Social Security. Okay, when you collect disability or anything like that, or you go on Social Security because you're of age for getting benefits, okay? They have your social on file. They have where you were born, where you're raised, your background, all that they have. So in other words, like there's been a couple of times where I actually called disability up. And they're trying to ask me this. I'm like, you guys already have that in your computer. I don't need to tell you that.
Okay. Now, I don't collect disability. I know nothing about disability. I do know some people that are on it, and older people that are on it. I don't believe that you just call them and if they ask for something, you just tell them that. I don't think that's how that works. As a matter of fact, nothing with the government works like that, but okay.
I'm not a very good liar. What am I lying about, Jeffrey?
Uh-oh.
What am I lying about? Be specific.
You're a fucking... You know what you're lying about. You're a map. You're a creepo. Number one,
what am I lying about?
Yeah, this new thing with the fans. All you guys are number one.
What the hell is FF syndrome?
FF syndrome is your fat fuck with a side of elephantitis.
Something stupid?
Yep, exactly.
$6. The ones I get, anyway. Oh, yeah, I'm a bad guy, man.
You are.
I'm a really bad guy.
I wish we could see the comments.
And where do you get your information to factually back that up?
That's the best part about you, Rich, is that everything about you is in your videos. Like how do these fucking guys not understand that? If they didn't make these stupid fucking videos, nobody would know. It's shit that you've posted. That's how we know. It's your behavior. Now watch, they'll smoke that cigarette and then they'll cough. And it'll be my fault.
See, you guys have had your brains washed from all this BS banter and derogatory garbage.
Okay. And I think I could speak for everyone on this. So any normal person, Rich, it doesn't matter what I say. It doesn't matter what Austin says. It doesn't matter what Dizzy says. All they're going to do is watch you, and they're going to be able to draw their own conclusion very quickly of what you are.
That doesn't hold a hill of beans to anything. And you believe in them. You know, the first thing that I would do, instead of believing what somebody else says, I would ask the person who they're talking about first.
Yep, exactly this. Now, who are you talking about? Here we go. Gambino.
My videos that I've shown towards other people are because of bad, misguided information.
Oh, somebody else's
The ones
fault.
that have anything derogatory in them. In other words, there's a couple of people that were friends with me on Facebook.
It wasn't the Facebook, it was the Instagram account. Yes, yes.
Because their information
OnlyFans.
was so misguiding that it wasn't helpful. It was aggravating. And me having...
Can you imagine this man telling fathers with daughters to get them off Instagram and get them a fucking OnlyFans? As a father, I can't even. I don't have a girl. I don't have a daughter, but I'll tell you right now, that was probably one of the most disgusting statements I think he's ever said.
The problems that I have now, I don't need my blood pressure raised for more than 30 minutes a day. That's it.
And that if a girl's under 13, she's automatically blocked. Under 13. So what does that mean, Rich? If she's 14, you'll talk to her.
That's why I take heart medication. That's what this is all about.
Curasec. What? Yeah, what is that?
That's for the heart, pal.
Yeah, that's for the heart. That's probably
This is for
Prozac.
cholesterol.
That's probably
Right.
the other one was probably fucking some kind of antidepressant because you know he's in there crying the blues.
This one here is a antibiotic.
Oh, for that one disease that you never
And of
could
course
shake.
we have the water pills.
Oh yeah.
I have another one here too. It's aspirin that regulates my blood pressure.
No shit. It's a regulator, guys.
Yeah, okay.
He's gonna have to take one of those hot pills after the
Well, then
fight.
you're closed-minded and you believe in everything that the other people say to you. And I don't know what to tell you, pal.
Look at it.
Believe in what you want. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me.
No,
Doesn't make that much of a difference.
he doesn't care. Now watch. I'm about to get kicked.
I'm not sitting here trying to prove myself otherwise. You just do what you got to do.
It's coming. It's coming. I wish we
No,
could.
I know. See, the thing is, like, you know, with the videos that I do, like,
Here we
there
go.
was a video about in the beginning, about the timing chain, you know, when I took it out and stuff like that, and everybody was sitting there saying that something that I did in order for the pistons to be broken and the intake valves being bent and stuff like that had nothing to do with it. Timing chain was already stretched.
This is 10 months
That
ago.
was the original timing chain that was in that car. It actually had a GM stamp on the gear. Okay, the one that was in there.
Oh.
And the distributor cap had the number 1 spark plug wire in the number 8 receptacle and the number 8 and the number 1
Receptacle.
on the distributor cap. Okay, so it was already out of
Look,
whack.
he's trying to talk about the car. Ready? I'm gonna
And the only
comment
reason why it was
something
idle was because if you accelerated, you would hear
because
it
he's
tap.
trying to make the conversation his way. Ready? And bye, Jeff. It's coming. He's reading it. Take a head off that fucking old lady finger. There you go.
Yeah, okay. Misguided information is fake stuff that people post online about you, okay? And you know what the facts are. So it doesn't matter what you say. You know, you can't fix stupid. And
Really?
if you're going to act like this, I'd rather you not be on here.
Oh.
So why don't you go harass somebody else and waste your
Harass?
breath on them, because I don't want you here.
This is why I love America, among many other
Let's
things.
see. How about we do this?
Uh-oh. Bye, Jeff. Look it. Ready?
Bye.
What a fucking...
Simple as that.
Something you'll never hear me say. Ever.
There you go. You know, people get discouraged. Even the regular mechanics, Thunder, they get discouraged. They get aggravated.
Here we go.
They have short fuses. I've seen it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember there was a guy that was trying to take fender skirts off of a Cadillac.
Oh.
And man, that guy did nothing but curse Dixie all the way through trying to get
Curse
that fender
Dixie.
skirt off.
I like how Rich is trying to act like he's some fucking... Swear Dixie.
Jason, I was in the hospital, man. It's
Jason,
not a joke.
I was in the hospital.
You know,
Look at us.
I don't sit there and joke around with Mohawk 62
See,
when he was in the hospital.
every time he
You know,
lies,
I don't
he's gonna
have
snap
any
his fingers.
ill-gotten, remarks towards him. And the same with Renegade. I don't have any ill-gotten thoughts towards him either. I don't sit there and talk like that in somebody's live stream when they're decent people. You know what I'm saying? But that guy that was in here, that Jeffrey guy, he's one of those. He's affiliated with what the hell is it? Poor Man's Speed Shuffle, whatever it is, or Uncle Brian, or whatever the hell the other guy's name is, Joe from Fastang 85 or whatever it is. I don't even pay any attention to these people anymore.
Fastang, shout out Fastang.
Their brain is stuck in one position, and it ain't going anywhere fast.
Shout out Jinx Clover too, because
I would just rather, delete them instead of sitting there
has
talking
made
to them,
some
because
really good videos,
they have
parody
nothing but
videos.
stupidity on their mind.
You got Matt Decker working on his Firebird. You have Gibby.
And I did work for the same school district.
Here we go.
twice.
Same. Oh.
I made the same mistake of working at the school district with a principal who didn't have a
Here we go.
professional background. Let's just put it this way. He should have been kicked out of the school district long before he was. And the other one.
So, in other words, guys, the principal was a normal guy and probably, but it didn't like this fucking mutt. So, of course,
Was
no.
a self-righteous asshole.
Oh.
He made waves for people that he didn't like. And that's all there was to it, But if I had a criminal record, I wouldn't be driving school kids. I wouldn't be working for taking care of the elderly in their own home. You know what I'm saying? And I sure as hell wouldn't have been asked by somebody.
Hey, maybe that's where all that shit's coming
and I
from.
had a few cases of my own.
That's all.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my God.
For like 15 years.
I didn't even think of that.
Straight through,
How does a man acquire 10 air fryers? And it's not like they're cheap ones. Those are nice. Those are nice units. How do you get 10 of them?
That's pretty much all there is to it.
I don't have an air fryer, but I want one.
I mean, I'm not going to sit there and show documentation that I'm not what these people say and I am. I don't need to do that. I don't need to prove nothing to a person that has their mind stuck in one position. They're not open to other people, and they're only open to the stupidity that they listen to. And if that's what you want to do, then
Yep,
so be
that's
it.
done. That's
Go
what
with
I'm
that.
gonna put
That
Rich
works for me.
500.
I mean, I could take a little bit of joking around, but when it's constant and it's all the time, and now we're recording videos in order to take things out of context, twist them around.
That's
mean,
awesome, man.
That person that's trying to make me look bad,
Oh
trying to
yeah,
make
brother.
themselves look good, then there's a problem there. Must have been a lot of flapping there, buddy. Albuquerque. Is it Kirky or Quirky?
Likes girls with accents.
I'm just sitting here watching a movie
Yeah,
and, talking with you guys on here.
wiggling my toes.
I'm trying to avoid going out. 'Cause every time I go out, I spend money.
He's going
I'll
downhill
tell you one
quick.
thing, though. I was just about ready to buy that damn frickin'
Oh,
that Cuban necklace yesterday, but I thought it was a little bit too gaudy. And they had a bracelet that went along with it. I was like, damn. It was like twice the thickness. Well, actually, it was like 3 or 4 times the thickness it is. I think it was like 20-something ounces of silver.
there's
Just the
no,
necklace alone.
there's no fucking way. There's no way. He ended up going back and obviously buying those.
Well, I could try and be a little bit clearer, Thunder. But lately, like I said, my mind's been clouded up with all this BS from all these other morons. You know what I'm saying? I think what I'll do is with the starter, I'll try and get the camera in there, so you can see what I'm doing as far as the starter goes.
We don't need to see
And
it.
like I said, the car doesn't need a valve adjustment, but I can loosen them up.
Yeah,
and then do a
loosen
valve
them, play
adjustment,
with
like,
them. Yeah, that's
For
all.
example, say you have 2 and 3.
There we go.
If 3 is up, okay, and 2 is down here, it's at the lowest part of the cam. That's what you adjust, okay?
Oh,
Same thing if it was the other way. If 2 was up and 3 was down, that's the lowest part of the
Richard,
cam.
you have
where you make
no
your adjustment.
business doing valve adjustments. You have no
Same with all the
business
other ones.
underneath
Like
the hood.
they coincide with one another. So it's kind of like, self.
I know, right?
Call it.
What
It's
the fuck is that?
self-explanatory. It's not hard, So definitely, like I can't remember the sequence, but I do know that 2 and 3, the pistons, you know what I'm saying?
Here we go.
When one goes up and the other one's down, it's at the lowest part of the cam, and that's when you do the adjustment. And the same when you go the other way
I
around.
know, I'm looking at that. Hey, fucking YouTube did this.
That's
They
what I've been
put
trying
shit
to say
like
for the
this in
longest
so
time,
then
and
people
nobody
start.
would even
It's a
try
good
and-
way to start
Like, I
fights,
couldn't
you
get the
know?
words out, But I know what I'm doing. It's just, like I said,
Fucking
a lot of
YouTube
people
loves
don't think I know
drama.
what I'm doing because of the way I do it.
You know nothing.
Now, when I was a kid, my father had a 70 Chevrolet Impala. It was
Oh,
a
boy.
4-door.
Here we
It
go.
was 57 as a 4-door. He took the 350 apart. He had newspaper all over the dining room on the floor around the dining room table. Okay?
What, he used to shit
And
in
he
the
took
living?
the car apart, bolt by bolt, piece by piece, and laid it out on the newspaper. Greasy or not, didn't matter. And when he got done, he figured out what the hell was wrong with it, and he put it back together, and that car started up. By me, no. No, I did that once. I took my father to one of them. There was a place called...
Oh, so I
Place.
get
It was
it.
on 46th
So I
Street.
got it.
Wayne? or
Ah,
somewhere.
okay. So now the psychological loop is starting to make sense. So Daddy rebuilt an engine on the floor. Goober here, who was called stupid his whole life, because he's even said that in his own videos that his family and everybody thought he was stupid. This was the challenge. He was going to rebuild that motor. Did you hear him? His dad did it, and that motor started. Unfortunately, Rich didn't, because Rich is stupid. They were right, unfortunately, Rich.
Or something like that.
And you had so
Yeah,
many
he was like an old
opportunities.
man looking at frickin' Playboy magazines.
Uh-oh. What?
I was like, yeah, let them turn on the light and you'll see how bad the backs of their legs look.
What? The fuck did he just say?
All wrinkles and everything else, you know? And anyway, Jason, I have a girlfriend. She's 47 years old. She lives in Virginia.
Yeah, let me back that up. Hold on a minute. Oh, then he's going to talk about his girlfriend. Lovely.
Well, I could try and be a little bit clearer, Thunder. You know, but lately, like I said, my mind's been clouded up with all this BS from all these other morons.
I backed it up.
You know what I'm saying? I think what I'll do is with the starter, I'll try and get the camera in there.
I might have went a little
You know,
too
so
far.
you can see what I'm doing as far as the starter goes. And like I said, the car doesn't need a valve adjustment, but I can loosen them up and then do a valve adjustment. Like, for example, say you have 2 and 3, okay? If 3 is up, that was wrong with it. You put it back together, and that car started up. By me, no. No, I did that once. I took my father to one of them. There was a place called Lace. It was on 46 in Wayne or Totowa or something like that. Man, he was like an old man looking at frickin' Playboy magazines. I was like, yeah, let them turn on the light and you'll see how bad the backs of their legs look.
The backs of it. What the fuck does that mean?
All the wrinkles and everything else, you know?
Well, pfft, what do you think you look like with a light on you? Oh my god. Who's he?
And anyway, Jason, I have a girlfriend. She's 47 years old. She lives in Virginia.
It was a dude.
We talk to each other like I'm talking to you guys right now, except up in the top of the phone, there's a little camera that shows her. You know what I'm saying? And we're talking like I'm talking right now. So we know we're not fake people. We're real.
Oh, well, wait. I just see that Rich dropped something. Something about his lawyers. Hold on. Where the fuck is it? It just came up on my thing.
Fake people. We're real, you know? I think the best part about her is that she's very humble. She doesn't live out of her means. You know what I'm saying? Like she actually knows what it means to budget money and knows what it means not to have money. Okay, so that's what I think, you know, is great about her. One, number 2 is her personality. Number 3 is that, you know, she's a giving person, but the problem is too many people are walking all over her and, you know, just trying to take advantage of her.
Exactly.
And she already said she won't bother with anybody that actually looks at her like she's a piece of meat, because she's got better things to do with her time than waste it on that. She considers those guys garbage. So
You're her knight in shining armor, I bet.
That's not what I got out of my ex-wife. Every time I came back from work on Sunday night from taking care of an elderly person, my house, this house here, was empty. And I knew right where she was. And I went right to the bar, and I knew she was screwing around behind my back. So
She was fucking some
like I
other
said,
guy in
some
that bed.
guys, you wind up with a relationship that's decent, and others wind up getting what I got. Was a mess. So.
Oh well. Everybody wants to have fun.
Oh God. Oh, leg is stiff.
Oh, uh-oh.
That bruise is still on my leg too. I don't get that.
Ugh. Guys, I got a bruise on my leg.
What's up, Mako?
Uh-oh. This is me.
Oh.
This is me again, obviously. I must have got him twice this time. I didn't know it.
So, Jason, why aren't you being like Jeffrey was? Weren't you the one that was doing the derogatory things towards me too?
Oh, is this when he realized
Or
it?
have you given up on that? Got 22 people in this live stream, so I know I got a few haters. And I know I'll see a video about it later on. I always do. It's nothing new.
Hey. Get your views. That's why. Come in here. Come on the show again, Rich. I got some more questions I want to ask you.
So what are you up to, Mako? What are you doing?
He doesn't know who Mako. This ain't gonna go good. Mako. Oh, look at his eyes just squinted down.
Who doesn't? Do you not? Have you never, are you perfect? Do you
Uh-oh.
always make the correct choices? We're human beings. That's the reason why we do the things we do. We learn from our mistakes. The minute you think you know it all is the minute it's over with. Forget it.
Chocolate chip cookies, so good.
Not much. I'm just hanging out today. Past couple of days, I've been running around, getting out of the house. I met another YouTuber that actually, I think he's coming up with a demo record or whatever. He's starting out. He was down over in Hackettstown playing a piano that was all graffitied up that they leave outside underneath this, I guess it's an old movie cinema. She was, Jason, she was an alcoholic. During the day, she would drink Coors Light all day long. She didn't work. She just sat there buying things on the computer or talking to her friends. That's all she did. And anytime we went out somewhere, it was always, being sociable with everybody else. I knew there was something wrong with that,
Would you like to have fun? And she didn't want to sit and play with boom boxes?
I already answered your question. Everybody makes poor decisions. You learn from your mistakes. It's not a deflection. How do you consider that a deflection? Thanks, Mako. I appreciate it.
Oh.
No, I mean, weren't you doing all like the smart aleck comments like Jeffrey and stuff, Jason? I thought it was you. The reason why I bought the jewelry is because, let's just put it this way. I've always had rings and necklaces and bracelets and stuff. and pricier watches. This is an Invicta. Okay.
It's a $40 watch.
I like them because it's not a Rolex, but they have the same appearance as one. The only difference is the second hand doesn't move like a Rolex. It moves like a Timex.
Oh. He was probably on AOL in the chat rooms.
No, Albuquerque. Learning from your mistakes is how you fix it.
Now remember, if she's under
Some people, it
13,
takes time and another time to do it.
if she's under
It's not always
13, he
right off
blocks
the bat.
her right away.
Ever
But
hear, say for an example, somebody that needs to be told something more than once
that's you.
because they don't get it, or what is it like they're, how like some kids in school they read things backwards. Their channels are crossed. You know what I'm saying? No, it's not a Rolex. It's an Invicta. See, it's one of these.
It's an Invicta.
I have 3 of them. Here's another one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wow. Amazing. I think those are made in Vietnam.
You would never guess where I got those from. And I've checked the other stores.
Oh, here we go.
They don't carry them.
Really?
I couldn't believe that they actually had them. Because I know that brand, I know a couple people in Franklin Lakes that have actually had those watches. And they're not cheap.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I like them. They're not the same watch. This one, look. This one's got a black face and it's got a black dial.
And it's got a gold
Okay.
bracelet and you're wearing a
one-
silver necklace.
Is silver
That's the one you should be
with a
wearing.
blue and red dial. That's not black. But it has a black face. Gotta get out of the reflection. Okay? So that's silver. This one is gold with the black face, with the blue and red on the dial.
Wow. Rich, do you go in and stick those things under your neck and stuff and steal them that way? Up under your
Yeah, they
flip
fell
up?
off the truck.
Oh, wow.
And I caught them with the money that I had.
Yeah. Oh, you just said it.
I also have this too. Let's see. I have a lot of watches. It's like women have a lot of shoes. I have a lot of watches. That's an Elgin.
That's the ugliest looking watch I've ever seen in my life. I hate watches like that.
Why not? They didn't cost me a fortune.
No shit.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. It's not a problem. It's only a problem for somebody else because they can't understand it. I know what my budget is, so it's like I know what I can afford and what I can't afford. And I know when I can spend money and when I can't spend money. That's like the reason why I have 3 freezers out in my kitchen, or 2 refrigerators and 1 freezer. Because, good morning, Top Hat. Yeah, it is still morning, you're right. Because sometimes what I do is I'll buy stuff in bulk and I'll put it in the freezer so that way it stays. You have a year
Huh.
on stuff that keeps in the freezer.
In my opinion, I think he's going in
Yeah, I know,
Larry's
but I like it
fucking
anyway.
sock drawer.
I'm old school.
Probably.
He's
He's old school.
like I told you, I'm one of the last generations that actually
That what?
Hamilton, Ventura.
That what? Diz, I can't believe you guys are the same age.
I never heard of that brand, but
He acts like he's fucking dead.
what was I gonna say? Yeah, I'm the last of the
Diz runs
Generation
around
X.
like he's a fucking 20-year
you know,
old.
where we didn't have TV remotes when we were kids. We didn't have cell phones. The cell phones didn't come out till '80s,
Oh, shut the fuck up.
and we were, you know, the ones that were. We heard the news broadcaster signing off by saying, "It's 10 o'clock p.m. Do you know where your children are?" Your street lights would come on. You'd hear all the parents whistling for the kids to come home.
Yeah.
We were without it. We didn't have it.
That was what it was with me too when I was a kid.
If you remember, when
Really, my generation's the last
TV
of
didn't
that.
come out till '68.
The 90s.
Yeah, 2 and 13. Yeah, one was UHF and the other one was VHF. That was it.
Oh, look at those teeth. You could cut fucking steel with those things. He loves to tell stories that he makes up. It's like making a lasagna.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. You just got to make it smaller. You know,
There you
it's
go.
not a bad idea at all, there, Jason. Because they do still have like square watches and stuff like that.
He's smelling them fingers.
I was born in '69, so there you go.
There you go.
Yeah, that was something else. I thought for a minute there that I was gonna, walk into the driveway and see the tree on the back of the 57, but
That
no,
would have been fucking
thank God that
epic.
didn't happen.
That would have been
God
epic.
was looking out for me and said, "You've been working on this damn thing too long. I don't want to destroy that yet."
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's
1949,
time
huh?
to go.
Let's see.
TV news.
What the hell was the name of that space program that had that robotic monster?
Beam me up, Scotty.
It was a black and white TV sitcom. One on Cat. You remember?
Hmm.
Had the boy, had the guy that actually played as Mr. Hand in Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Oh, the hand.
Lost in Space, that's it, yep.
That's you, dude. Lost in space.
Yep,
Lost in a
that's what
fog.
we were watching when we were kids.
Oh.
That and, what was it, the original Twilight Zone. Those programs were kind of creeped out. Now, my mother used to watch this one movie called Invasion of the Body Snatchers. It was black and white, 1956. I actually have that on VHS. I don't think that they remade that on DVD, and if they did, I haven't been able to find it anywhere. Yeah. And that's some of the programs that we used to watch back then. The Munsters was another one. The Addams Family was another one. Star Trek, the original with
You
William
can watch
Shatner.
all that on Pluto TV.
Stuff from that time period,
I like the old Unsolved Mysteries. Robert Cusack. That dude's voice, I
My mother,
remember
she
when I
had
was a
her
kid, he
soap
scared
operas
the shit out of me.
during the day. And on weekends, it was a whole different ball game. My father used to sit there and watch the Three Stooges. Yep. Penny was the daughter. Yep. You had the son, too, the little guy. Then you had the older one. And you had the older daughter as well. Then you had the mother and the father. And then I think the guy that played Mr. Hand, I think he was the grandfather or something.
Yep. I was actually, the other night, I was watching that. He looks like someone that could be on, like, Chris Henson, and he'd be the type that would have to sit down because he wouldn't be
So
able to
you
run.
at work one night, or are you home? I think you're retired, right?
Could you imagine that? But I got a
Yeah, it was a
57
different time
Chevy.
period, man. Of course, nowadays, if you had that up nowadays, that wouldn't be too good either. That's when a lot of people were thinking about, the old chastity belt, that a lot of women should be wearing that.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay. I just don't want the phone in the stand falling off. No real attachments to it. You know why? Because it wasn't any good memories here. You know what I'm saying? The ex-wife didn't make anything, of a lasting memory as far as
She was fucking another man
Yeah,
right
that's
in
concerned.
that very bed
it was
that
all
he's
about
laying
her.
on.
That's all it was. It was never about me. It was never about us.
See that headboard in
All
the
about her.
background? She was getting smashed up against that.
And I kind of blame myself because I was an enabler. I allowed her to do things instead of, putting the brakes on her a little bit. But I was always a laid back person. I
That
was
fucking
never running
headboard
around
was
people
smashing
running,
off the window.
Probably sometime. Well, I paid this month, so I have to actually get a pods thing put here, so I can put my stuff out in it. But I don't know if I want to do that.
That's
or
why
I just
he
wanna
always
pack
does
for
the
you
videos
also.
right there. That's his safe
and
place
just
for
go
some
from
reason.
there. Hey, Twisted, how you doing there? No, I don't have any of the rated X stuff, Jason.
Yeah, okay.
No. Okay, that's good. See, I'm glad you guys enjoy that stuff. I mean, I don't want to be affiliated with it, but that's just the thing itself because it's so far away from me. It's not feasible, money wise or gas or wear and tear on the car. But there's a lot of people that are a lot closer to that than I am, so they can enjoy that. Me, I go to cars, what do they call that, swap meets, like where they sell parts for cars and stuff like that, or I'll go to car shows. Like I do English Town, I do, trying to think what the hell, Island Raceway, because they have like a thing in April. So does English Town. They have theirs in April. And then there's one in PA. I forget what the hell that's called. One's in South Jersey, the other one's in PA.
Mopop.
And then there's one near me. 69 Cutlass, not a bad car.
Oh.
It's got that same body style as the 442. The only difference between the Cutlass and the 442, I think, is the back end of the car is a lot beefier. Like for some reason that car just stands out more than a Cutlass.
Oh yeah.
But a Cutlass is a good car too.
Oh yeah. Worth a lot more. A 442.
Yeah, the Pods is going to be about $349.
4-barrel, 4-speed, dual exhaust. Let's go.
And if I want it brought to where I'm going to be at, that's going to cost something too. But All right, Twisted. Have a good day, man. Talk to you later. Post-its. Oh my God. Yo, wee-ha.
Oh, God.
Oh my God. All right, man. We'll see you later, One-Eye Cat. Take it easy. Don't go overboard, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, unless you can. If you're not in the condition I'm in, more power to you, brother. You know, do all you can. I want to get out there real bad, but the problem is, like I said, once I get out there, I start realizing, I can't, you know?
Wow.
And that sucks, because I don't like that, you know? I don't like that feeling of not being able to do something.
Huh.
Yeah, they use that on a lot of cars. 350, you know?
Yeah.
Everybody tells me like the 455 is the same block size as a 350. I don't know how true that is. I thought they're a little bit bigger. Because the valve covers are bigger, you know? No, I can't say that I have, Top Hat. I don't know that person. I guess I don't really socialize like that, you know? I just mainly what I'm after is the parts that I need in order to, you know, make my thing look better. My car, you know. But I probably will sooner or later, you know. Oh God. Oh. I'm gonna have to get up and walk around soon. My leg is getting stiff. It's a good movie. You guys ever watch this? Bruce
Yeah.
Almighty, Jim Carrey,
This is an old
and the
one.
guy from what was it, 40-Year-Old Virgin, or The Office. And then of course you got Jennifer Aniston in here from Friends.
Oh, yeah. Winning.
I know. I think the funniest part is
Oh,
when he gets beat up
100%.
by the homies that are picking on the old man, you know.
Well, he went from having that house to
The
that.
monkey coming out of the butt. What is it? Oh yeah, the other part is when he's taking the dog outside all the time because the dog pees on the chair. He keeps dragging him out of the house while he's peeing.
Hey, what's going on?
Really? The original Bigfoot's engine or the reincarnated one?
Oh, this is one of his older videos. Just him spewing more BS.
Oh, okay. The original is definitely, yeah. I think they actually used that in one of the ZZ Top videos. The monster truck, yeah. That's from when I was a child, man. That's what I remember, you know. That and I mean the other one I know is Gravedigger. That's the other one. Bigfoot was definitely way before that.
Bigfoot.
No, you can't find them. You know, they don't even make models anymore. It's like all the hobby shops are closed now. You know, it's like bad enough when this generation was growing up, they had nothing better for them to do. They closed all of the dance halls. They were like right up the street from me. There was a dance hall for the teenagers, so that way they could do something other than getting themselves in trouble. You know.
Oh yeah.
And they got rid of the freaking dance hall and they put a quick check up. You know, and then the other thing is like,
Which
all the
couldn't go
skate parks
so.
and stuff, they're not maintained anymore. So it's like the kids that did the skateboarding or roller skating or whatever can't do that anymore. Hell, the roller skating rinks are closed too. You know, I used to love going to roller skating rinks. You know, I was old school. I had the four wheels on each, on each.
He was
foot.
old school.
You know, like it was a car setup, not like the inline shit.
Yeah, Rich. Roller skates. A lot of people
no.
roller skate. Dumbass.
Yeah, they don't do a lot of things like they used to. Like, my radios and stuff, they don't make radios like that anymore.
I wouldn't wish that upon anyone, Don, but his health is not looking good. He's not taking care of himself at all.
I was a speed skater back in the day.
Oh.
That's not a bad. Why did they cover that up?
He was a speed skater. Hold on, I gotta put that on the list of shit.
That wasn't a bad question. I don't know why they hid that. That's really weird.
No, that's your moderators.
I'm not sure, but I think I still have a set of powers in the closet. It's my speed skates. They're probably old as hell by now. I've been here 20 years.
Ryan, what's up, buddy?
I had them then, but I don't know if I have them in the closet.
I hope you're feeling better, bud.
Yeah, I used to be. I used to go to USA skating rink in Little Falls until the gang members started coming in there and causing problems. That was the same with a lot of things. They used to have a dance club in the Sheraton in Totowa. And they closed that up because gang members came in there and started chaos. No, I don't have any. Are you kidding? In the 80s, we didn't have those kind of cameras. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I mean, as I work on it, if I decide to change something, then I'll post a video.
That's awesome to hear, man. Happy to hear you're
I'm
out.
just dealing with what I have. You know what I mean? As far as the engine goes and all that other jazz.
Well, Austin, we can add that to the list.
See, even if the engine is no good in the car, which Jeff has told me from 2 Hacks.
Yesterday night,
like, well, that
awesome.
engine's the core. He's like, you need to get another one and all this. I'm like, so be it. That's right. If it's the core, then
yeah, right there.
I have the 455. That's still a running engine. That's going to be a real pain in the butt to put in the car. But nevertheless.
Happy to hear that, man.
It's still a runner, I could drop that in and maybe get a different, like maybe a stick shift.
Oh, yeah.
Because my regular daily driver is a 5-speed.
Yeah. Here we go with the lies.
Drive stick, that's not a problem.
He can do that, yep.
My 50 Dodge, believe it or not, was a stick. So was the 52. 52 Plymouth. They were both stick shifts. They were 3 on the tree.
Oh.
Yeah, I do it every day, Rusted Classic. I get a new woman in here every day, and I beat the crap out of her and send her on her way. Is that
Hey,
what you want to hear?
that's about the realest thing you said. You-
Stupid answers to dumb questions.
You meant the little midget. You clown from the movie Spawn.
Yeah, but you know what the thing is? I'm
Here we
not
go.
doing it all at once. I'm taking my time with it.
Yeah.
You know, my days of living up to somebody else's standards are
Oh,
over.
yeah.
I'm done with it.
Dude, her head was getting smashed into that fucking headboard. As a matter of fact, I think
Yeah.
she
And that
got
record
smashed
is
so hard
old
they
and
put a
fake
hole in the
because
wall.
My father's been dead since 2007. You got to read
Oh.
because you're not getting proper information. You're getting BS information. That's what we call you're what they call a shock subscriber. Shock value. That's all you are. And if you believe in that, then you're just as bad off as they are.
Bye-bye. Looks like he's gonna internally combust at any moment.
Okay, shit for brains. We are done with you.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. Go kiss your poor man's speed shop butt. Leave me the hell alone.
I think that was me.
I was being married at that time. What are you? You're a moron, dude. Get the hell out of my live stream.
Uh-oh.
You're a freaking idiot.
Bye-bye.
You need to stop listening to stupid asses.
Uh-oh. Someone's coming unhinged.
What an asshole. When my mother passed away, I was being married. What an idiot. I swear to God. I never heard of such moronic responses in all my life.
What
After
about,
my mother died, I beat the crap out of you. You're full of shit. I have to laugh at that because it's so stupid. There's no realistic value to it at all.
why are you thinking about it so much then?
Yeah, that's the only problem is that damn steering wheel. Can you believe that, Thunder? He's sitting there telling me that right after my mother passed away, I was beating up on my wife. My mother passed away just before I got married. Just before. This is how stupid people are. This is the garbage that they listen to.
So that makes
And
sense.
they believe it. That's how dumb they are.
So she died.
It's like those, the haunted videos that you watch, and they're what they call clickbait. It's clickbait because somebody else is sitting there like I've showed on my other channel about pulling drawers open with fishing line
Only his
and
looks so
refrigerator
obvious.
doors and bar stool, high back bar stool chairs. Yeah, that's a real ghost, buddy. You believe all that? I got some swampland to sell you in the back of my 69 holes out there.
I bet.
No, I guess you can't fix stupid, right?
Hey, don't mention the teenagers. If they're 13 or younger, automatic
I think
flush.
that's what pisses me off about it most, though, folks, is that because they're stupid enough to believe that. That's what really gets my goat. I
Catch
can't
your
believe
goat.
that they allow themselves to be brainwashed into believing any of that garbage.
Yeah.
Anywho,
I think I'm gonna hop off. I'm starting to get hungry. I gotta go have some lunch. Alright, guys. Well, I figured I wanted to hop on and show that beginning part. I didn't realize how much more of it. There's still another hour of this video that we can review at another date. But I'm hungry. I'm going to have some lunch. Catch you guys soon. 4:58. Thank you guys so much. And we'll catch you on the flip. Bye-bye.